Hello everyone, Kaz here. As you may know from my channel, I am a game developer on the website Roblox. I have been developing games on the site since 2016, and now that I have finished college, it is time to resume development, and that is what we are going to do today. I think the best place to start is with a game I hold close to my heart. Blox Grand Prix was a game that I had released alongside my friend Dewey5280 as part of Dubbit's Metaverse Game Jam, a month-long game jam where the theme was esports. Ever since then, I haven't done a lot of development for a full game that was, well, any good. So I've decided to go back to where I left off. To start off with a forewarning, this will not be a tutorial of any kind. You'd be lucky to learn anything from my rambling to begin with, but these are development logs first and foremost. To kick things off, I want to start out by talking about what I think Blox Grand Prix did right and what it did wrong, because we want to learn from our mistakes. Blox Grand Prix had a very friendly control system. There wasn't any complicated tech like mini turbos, and the game itself functioned fairly competently. The problems lie on the non-critical functions. Because the game was made in a month, the only thing we guaranteed that worked was the gameplay. There was no shop to buy new carts, and there were only 3 tracks in the game when it released. And the game was not very balanced. But otherwise, this game was a good starting point, and with that out of the way, let's begin with our first major changes to the code. Before I want to continue, I want to remind you to like the video, to share it with your friends, and to subscribe and ring that notification bell. It's completely free, and you're able to leave at any time. The cart code was fine for a game made in 1 month. However, I have the game plan to release this game in a 12-month development window, so I want to improve my game's controls before I go into crunch mode. The first change I made is switching to an authoritative network solution. Roblox's netcode by itself is passable for most games. However, racing games require precise physics, and that, with how Roblox handles things, can easily be exploited. So, by switching over to this, we have made it so that our only thing the player sends is their user inputs. I was already starting from scratch, so I took the opportunity to handle the changes. The first thing I did was set up input passing. Because the cart only has 4 inputs with forward, backwards, left, and right steering, I decided to pass the inputs as a 4-bit number, sending as little data as possible to the server. You could see myself testing this by printing out a move vector based on what inputs I gave the game. Because I only send the inputs when they change, instead of every single frame, I can lessen the load on the server from getting constant inputs, as well as allowing the game to function better with an FPS unlock program running. Once I had finished the networking and the inputs, I built the physical body that is used by the server to handle physics and collisions. If you recall from my time working on Blox Grand Prix and my previous attempt with the game Roblox Racers, you may remember that I used a ball to handle moving the player, and that I put a part in the middle to act as the center point. Because the game is running all the core mechanics server-side, I can use the client to fake player vehicles' graphics, which you are seeing right now. To handle vehicle data, I just have a simple module containing the data on each cart, the model, and when you'll put it all together, it looks rather smooth. This project has just gotten started, and I plan to make the core gameplay loop next. However, I do want to take some time to acknowledge that this, for all legal reasons, cannot be a sequel to Blox Grand Prix. Roblox recently changed their rules regarding their name, image, and likeness. For example, when making a loading screen, you can say the game is powered by Roblox, but you cannot use terms such as Blox, Ro, or Roblox in your game type, as well as not being able to use the Roblox logo or the studio logo. This means that we'll have to find a new brand identity for our kart racer. What will I call it? We can cross that checkered flag later. Until next time, my name is Casually Critical, and I'll see you guys later.